Next week, the Flying Soldiers are back at their usual time of 9:30. And coming up next tonight on BBC One, Euro 96.
To get that gold,
It's merely luck.
you need a fast start, an eye on the opposition,
What are you laughing at? Confident, aren't we?
and a will to win.
We hadn't gone for the point now.
The battle continues in the Olympic game, Friday, 8:30 on BBC One.
Fillies and Fashions on BBC One at 11:50 tonight, highlights of the opening day at Royal Ascot. And before that on BBC One, Gary Lineker catches up with Euro 96.
There's a happy look back on the face of English football. Tonight, England met Holland at Wembley with a quarter-final place just a point away. For the Scots, it was a weekend of despair. At Villa Park this evening, they were up against Switzerland, needing English help and goals. Good evening. So this was the day of reckoning for England and Scotland in Group A. Here with me to evaluate their performances are Jimmy and Chris. And before we start, let's take a look at Group A prior to tonight's matches. As you can see, England and Holland both had 4 points, Scotland and Switzerland 1 apiece. Remember that if the two teams finish level on points, the one to go through is decided firstly by the result of their match, and only if they draw by goal difference. So that means England would qualify unless they lost to Holland and the Swiss beat Scotland by enough goals to overtake them on goal difference. As for Scotland even, they could only qualify for the quarter-finals if England won and the Scots, in beating the Swiss, went past the Dutch on goal difference. Crystal clear, really. Anyway, let's get on with the action, starting with England versus Holland. And believe me, this one's worth watching. Commentary from David Pleat and Barry Davis.
Terry Venables chooses the same starting lineup for the third time, although of course Jamie Redknapp, the very successful substitute on Saturday, was not available to him.
Well, Venables cleverly changed his team and tactics at half-time on Saturday. He has been suggesting that flexibility of tactics will be imperative in this competition, and that is proving the case. Tonight, a probable back four to combat the threat down the flanks of Geordie and Hoekstra, plus the central guile of Bergkamp.
Holland are also unchanged. Bruce Hiddink sticking with the side which started against Switzerland, so a role for Seedorf, who was pulled off there, and indeed was lucky not to have been sent off.
Seedorf is vital, particularly when playing well, probably substituted for fear of the red card. Only 22 and a prolific talent. He has the comfort of playing centrally amongst a flexible midfield of Winter, De Boer and Witzka.
The officials tonight all come from Austria. Gerd Grapper is the referee.